Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you, Nguyen. It's been so long. So, a story for all of you. Both of us came from the corporate background in tech, and we've turned to become startup founders. So, we have something really cool and exciting to share with you.
Yeah.
So, to get started, we're going to have some rapid fire questions. Okay, we'll make sure it's going to be fun. So, Nguyen, you want to ask me or you want me to ask you?
I will ask you first.
So you want to fire me? Okay, get me grilled, yeah? Okay.
I have a question here. So, first question is corporate you versus founder use in one word each.
One word. So corporate performance review, and now it's Chief Everything Officer.
From my side, I was be a yes guy. When I was in corporate, I willing to help everyone. I say yes, 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 yes. But now I am a no guy. When my employee asked me, I said no, 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 no. Okay, the second question is, what the first thing you underestimated about starting up?
Being poor. I have to pay for everything, so I feel poor all the time. How about you?
Me, I thought I will grow up very fast and I will be a billionaire after 2 years. Now I'm coming to the 5th year in startup.
And not yet a millionaire?
The third question, the last corporate habit, that's what habit to unlearn. Before I answer the question, you should introduce about yourself, the corporate life.
Oh yeah, so then I'll make it really fun. My story is I'm a farm girl born in the north village in Vietnam. The role of a woman in the north of Vietnam back then is to give birth to a son, to carry the family tradition. My mom was terrible at that. She had 3 daughters. So the husband had to sit at a different table to eat because he's not part of the league. He doesn't have a son. Finally, she got that done, got a son. Then she got pregnant again. The family is so poor to afford another kid, so they had to decide to get rid of me. Somehow the nurse did such a bad job. My mom's belly kept getting bigger and bigger. And then by the time they went for a checkup, I was too big for her to get rid of, and that's how my life was spared. So from that village, I moved around the world. I worked in Toronto, Vancouver, Bangkok, Saigon, and Singapore in tech. And that's where Nam and I met. We worked at Oracle, right?
Oracle.
Yeah. And then I was in Facebook. And then you were crazy enough to leave the copper job.
Salesforce.
You moved to Salesforce, and then
Yeah.
I remember we met for coffee.
Yeah.
You shared with me like, oh, you're leaving the corporate job. I was still in corporate, so you left first, and then I left when I was in Google, and now we're here. Yeah. So that's the story.
Yeah, I have around 15 years working in corporation, ANG, banks, Oracle, and Salesforce. Before I start, I quit in the life, the easy life in NMCs, and I started the OplaCRM, my CRM company. I am the competitor of Salesforce and Oracle right now, but they not yet consider me as a competitor.
But you're doing the serious stuff. So I left the corporate job, and now I produce liquor, which is a lot more fun. Yeah. So back to our
Okay,
stuff.
the next question. One thing you are better at now than when you were a corporate leader?
Storytelling. How about you?
Say no. One thing you were worst at in your first year as a founder?
Inventory planning.
Yeah, for me, hiring. very tough. The biggest surprise in the six months after quitting.
I had to shut down my first startup after quitting Google just 6 months into the role. I put some money. I did MBA and INSEAD part-time when I was in Google. I put some money with a partner to build it. And then I was, yay, I'm going to leave the corporate job. I'm going to work to become a billionaire one day. And then I found out my partner screwed me over stealing money from the startup. Then I had to shut down 6 months after I left my best job at Google. That hurt.
Okay, for me, I do not have any surprise in my 12 months after quitting. Everything on track. The next question, what scares you more, quitting or the first payroll?
First payroll.
Why?
It's expensive to pay people.
Okay. The last thing, founder life in one emoji today.
I would like to choose two. It's fun, stress but fun. But if I have to choose only one, it's fun.
Fun. Okay.
So now you've been asking me, now it's going to be my turn to grill you.
Okay.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
So we've just had some fun. Now we're going to ask a couple of serious questions. The first one is the identity shift from expert to learner. You know, like from the corporate job, you're an expert. Moving to become a startup founder, so becoming a learner, building a startup on your own. So what part of your ego had to die for the company to grow?
Because it's a quite difficult question. So, lady first, can you share about your ego?
Thank you very much. Well, for me, it's very different. My background, I have always been in technology, and that's my comfort zone. And I moved over to alcohol spirit industry. I know nothing about it except for I know how to drink, and I know what good liquors is, right? And I had to hire great people in the industry to work with me. So from being always know what the right answers are to not knowing anything, and having to accept that I'm wrong to the team because my team is good. I think that's the good one. Like I just have to put the ego aside and say, I'm sorry, I just have to trust you guys to do the job. Yeah. That's my challenge.
I am a contrast with your story. I am an expert in CRM for many years, and I work in the same industry. So I'm still expert.
Right.
I've just shift from a nice guy to not very nice guy. Yeah.
I say no more, right?
I cannot manage all the people in my company. Just nice.
I see. Okay, we're very different there. Okay, so second question about decision making and uncertainty, because obviously startups have a lot of ambiguity. So in corporate, decisions are reviewed. As founders, they are owned. What decision still keeps you up at night? And you cannot pass this one to me this round.
Okay.
No cheating.
Okay, I'm telling a very true story. When I turned from expert in Salesforce to CEO in OplaCRM. When I worked in Salesforce, my latest company before I quit, I always wait the traffic lights from my manager to do. I need to ask. I need someone to give me the direction or the decision making. But when I was a CEO, I cannot ask. When something coming to me, I need to make decision, and it's quite hard for me to make the decision. Now I am familiar with that. I am the last samurai in the battle. I need to stand. I need to make my decision, take the responsibility on that.
On that one, I'm the opposite though, because I hire the experts from the industries that I don't really know much about. So my way is to empower the team. I say, you guys make decisions and you let me know. And I find it also good as well when people own that decision. They're more responsible. It's not like me telling them what to do, so they feel more empowered to get stuff done. Yeah. Okay, we are coming close to the very last three questions. So number 3, pressure, loneliness, and stamina is what defines startup founders, right? I have one question for you. Now you're in year 5 of your startup. I'm still very new. So during the 5 years, have you ever had a moment or thoughts about quitting? And what stopped you? Because you're still here during your startup.
About
Quitting your startup. Have you ever thought about quitting it?
yeah. When I quit my corporate life, I thought I will just run the startup for 2 years and I become a millionaire, selling the stock for VC, blah blah. But it's not happened during the winter of the investment, right? It's very hard. And the startup line not easy. We do not have enough money. We need to compete with very big companies. Many things happen. People management, financial management, trouble management, product management, so many things. So more than one time, I thought about quitting the startup, go back to the corporate life, getting money, become rich again. Yeah.
Oh, very funny.
And you ever think about that?
I'm still new, so a little bit of the context here. I did my first startup when I left Google, right? I fundraised about almost $2 million to build a fintech startup, and I had to shut it down because I got screwed over, my partner. It hurt, but I did not give up yet. So I returned to the startup scene doing the second startup now, doing alcohol. And we're still very new. We've just launched, we've been in the market for a year. So I haven't thought about it yet. Yeah, but you're in the 5th year, so I think that's why we're different. But I do miss the money part of the corporate job. I do miss it.
But I'm happy now. I think a normal company should be grow up, not scale up very fast. So I think about sustainable and healthy grow up. And I think 5 years, all the companies should be, run on that path before coming success.
Yeah, that's right. And also kudos to you. Nam is a great startup founder. Like, he has acquired a lot of conglomerate clients in Vietnam. So I normally I stand on this side and then admiring you from afar. Yeah, so great job. Okay, now question number 4. So how we evolve as a leader, right? When did you realize the company's problems were actually your problems? Or have you ever had that? Like, you are actually the problem of the company.
Yeah, but what about you? You answer the question first because you have the story. Your story different with me, right?
Right. Okay. So then, you pass the ball back to me. So I want to say it. For me, I did have the moment I realized actually the problem is it's me who is the problem. I'm based in Singapore, running the startup remotely. My team is based in Hanoi, Saigon here. They know the industry. And the way things work here is different from how things work elsewhere. A lot of times, like my teams, they need to go out and entertaining clients. I'm like, hey, why did you claim this much? Do you need to spend this much to get the deal? They said, yes. I'm like, no, let me go and do it. And they come over, and actually you do have to do a lot of that stuff over here. And it's actually is the practice of the F&B industry, especially when we want to get into big chains. And because I said no quite a lot of times, and then I realized that, I stopped the team doing it means I stopped them from doing the right thing for the company. And the problem is me. I need to change the mindset, and I need to understand how things work over here. And that's a big aha moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't have
Oh, wow.
a bit realize about that. Small, okay. But I think I'm not, I didn't realize, I didn't have the aha moment yet.
That's good on you.
It's good or bad?
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Or maybe your team doesn't challenge you enough. My team, they challenge me all the time. Okay, but that...
Maybe I luckily I have a good team. Yeah, they all support and we work together as a team. Yeah.
That's great. So with that, we're coming to the final question for the session. Redefining success. If your startup only becomes a good, sustainable business, is that enough?
Yeah, it's a hard question. Yeah. Remember my story, 2 years, but not, okay? But I'm happy with that. I have chance work with quite a number of VC. I qualified the VC, I met them. And when I met them, I tell the story that my company is good and you should invest. But when I say that, I realize my company is good, real, for real. So I say no with the VC. I say no, it's not the right time, sorry, go back.
Then you're not taking investment money anymore.
I have one round for the angel investors 3 years ago, but till now we didn't receive any money yet. Last year I met a few VC, but I realized that it's not the right time, so I take it down.
Yeah. So my journey has been slower than yours because I'm new, but I think the mindset is a little bit, the mindset change is a little bit the same. So when I was in corporate in Google doing the MBA program, I used to admire unicorns, startups, fundraising a lot of money, growing massively, and exit really well. So you hear a lot about the great successes with startup exits, right? And I used to fancy doing a startup like that. That's why I did the first startups that I did. And fast forward to now, my thinking has changed. For me, success meaning a sustainable business, it can be boring, but it's profitable. People's jobs are being secured. I don't have to grow fast, hire fast, and then fire fast as well. So that's a really big change in the mindset.
Yeah, I agree with you. I work with, I have many friends, they receive the money from VC. First thing, they get a lot of pressure. But second thing, they do not have the real formula to grow, to success yet. They just spend money to get customer. When they have more money, they spend more money to get customer. But it's not the success formula yet. They cannot continuously spend money forever. So I think about profitable business and sustainable business. So it could be growth slower, but I will live a life. I will very hard to die. Yeah, die hard. It's the new term of success for me. Redefinition. Die hard.
Yeah. I wish you all the best, making your business sustainable and being profitable.
And die hard.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's lovely to be on the same panel chatting with you and observing each other's journey as a startup founder so far. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Phoebe.
same here. With that, any question from the audience? And if no question, then I think that's it. And you guys can go party. I think they have Lady Chill downstairs. You can grab some alcohol and chill and wait until the party tonight. Right?